The cold winds of Antarctica blew hard that night. Skies were dark, and thick snow covered the ground. But something was moving through the storm, not human. 6 tall figures, wrapped in glowing armor, walked across the icy land. They didn't slip. They didn't sink. They moved as if they were floating just above the surface. Their bodies were thin, almost like shadows wrapped in light. No one knew where they came from. They had no ships, no tools, no weapons. They were heading straight for the Concordia Research Station, a small human outpost inside the station. 7 scientists watched the figures on the security cameras. One-man Dr. Renzo Velez was frozen. With fear, they're not attacking, whispered Maya, the station's engineer. They're just walking. What do we do? Someone asked. No one had the answer. Meanwhile, at Project Sentinel Base, Dr. Eva Brooks watched the live feed from Antarctica. She had never seen anything like these creatures. Their technology, their movement, their presence, it was not human, not even close. Liam's voice broke the silence. They're not here to destroy us. Not yet. They're observing. Commander Harlow wasn't so sure. Or they're choosing where to strike first. Dr. Brooks turned to him. No. This is first contact. We must handle it with care. She picked up a microphone connected to the satellite feed. Patch me into Concordia. I want to speak to them directly. Back at Concordia Station, the speakers crackled. Dr. Brooks's calm voice came through. This is Dr. Eva Brooks, Project Sentinel. Do not engage. Do not show fear. Let them come to you. Everyone at the station nodded nervously. The creatures were now just outside. Suddenly, the power flickered. Lights dimmed. Doors unlocked by themselves. The lead figure stepped inside. It was over 8 feet tall. Its face was hidden behind a glowing mask, but the feeling in the room was clear. This being was intelligent. It was not here to harm. It was here to speak. The creature raised its hand. A small orb floated out of its palm and hovered in the air. Then, a voice came not from the creature's mouth, but from the orb. You have been watched. No one spoke. This world trembles. Fear runs deep, but not all is lost. Maya stepped forward, her hands shaking. What do you want? From us? Balance. Peace. Unity. We are the observers. We serve the one mind. Your time is short. Your test has begun. This is your only meeting. Choose wisely. The figure turned and walked out, followed by the others. As they left, the storm outside stopped completely. The snow fell gently now, as if the land itself had taken a breath. The observers vanished. Into the night, back at Project Sentinel, Dr. Brooks leaned over the table. Deep in thought, they serve something called the One Mind. That must be the power behind. The I. They aren't the enemy, they're the judges, Liam added. And if we fail the test, the One Mind ends Earth. Harlow paced the floor. So what's the test? What did they want us to prove? Brooks looked at him. That we're not a danger to ourselves or to the galaxy. She turned. To the screen, Liam, prepare the beacon.
Hey!
We're sending the truth. Everything. No lies, no filters. Let them see Earth as it really is. But that's risky, Liam said. What if they judge us too harshly? Brooks nodded. Then we'll be honest and we'll go down with honor. But if we show we're trying, maybe that's enough. That night, the beacon was launched. It sent a powerful signal into orbit. The signal contained everything. Videos of peace and war, kindness and cruelty, hope and despair. It showed the real Earth. No secrets as the signal left the planet. Ice still floating silently in space began to pulse with light. And far away, on the dark side of the moon, the countdown continued. 144 hours remaining. Cliffhanger ending. Just before sunrise, the team received one last signal. Judgment begins. Now. Suddenly, strange energy waves began to spread across the planet, disabling weapons. Hacking systems, unlocking secrets governments had hidden. For decades, humanity was no longer in control. The planet was on edge. The countdown had passed 96 hours. The aliens were no longer just watching. They had begun judging. One by one, the world's systems were being taken over: satellites, defense shields, even nuclear codes. Entire nations were helpless, but Earth wasn't done yet. Not everyone agreed to stay quiet. Not everyone believed in peace. Some wanted to fight back. In a hidden bunker under the Swiss Alps, a secret team of engineers and scientists had been working for years on something called Project Hammerfall, human-built weapon designed from recovered alien tech. Most governments didn't know about it. Only a few world leaders had the clearance now. They wanted to use it. "Activate the core," said General Lasse, an older man with sharp eyes. "We strike now while they're not expecting it." "But sir," a scientist warned, "if we attack first, they're already inside our systems." The general shouted, "If we don't fight back now, we lose everything." The team hesitated, but obeyed. Deep under the ground, a massive device began to wake. It was Earth's last weapon A-beam that could reach orbit and hit the eye directly. They had one shot. At Project Sentinel, Dr. Eva Brooks was watching from her lab. She saw the energy readings spike. "They're charging something," she said softly. "It's Hammerfall." Liam looked scared. "But if we strike first, they'll destroy us," Brooks finished. "We have to stop them." She picked up the radio and called the hidden bunker. But it was too late. The beam fired. A bright blue light tore through the clouds, shot straight into space, toward the eye. It hit. For a second, Earth held its breath. The eye shook slightly, then stopped. The light faded, and then nothing. The eye didn't fall. It didn't even crack. Instead, it turned red. A deep, loud sound spread across the skies, a low, angry hum. Birds fled. Oceans rippled. People clutched their heads in pain. They had failed the test from space. Inside the eye, the one mind awakened fully. The observers spoke in one voice. Earth has chosen violence. One move was made. Final protocol begins. From the dark side of the moon, 5 massive ships began moving toward Earth. They had been hidden until now. Each one was larger than a city. Not fast, but unstoppable. Worldwide panic, every screen on the planet lit up with the same message: evacuate major cities. Seek shelter. This is not a drill, but where could they run? There was no place to hide from something this big. Some nations surrendered. Some prayed. Others tried to send peace messages. But no one knew if the aliens would listen anymore. Earth had struck first, and now the response was coming. Back at Project Sentinel, Dr. Brooks slammed her hand on the table. "We told them not to attack. Now they've triggered the worst-case scenario." Liam looked pale. "What do we do now?" "We show them something they've never seen before," she said. Harlow raised an eyebrow. "What?" "Unity. All of Earth, every country, every person standing together. Not to fight, not to beg, but to face judgment. Together." She turned to the team. "Open the global broadcast. I'm going to speak to the world, across the planet. Every TV, every phone." Every screen showed one face: Dr. Eva Brooks. She spoke clearly with no fear in her eyes. "To all people of Earth, and to the ones watching from above, we are not perfect. We have made mistakes. We have chosen war too many times. But we are learning. We are trying. We are not just soldiers and leaders. We are families, workers, artists, healers. We are more than our past. We do not ask for mercy. We ask for understanding. If this is our end, let it be one where we stood as one." Cliffhanger ending. The 5 alien ships entered Earth's atmosphere. But just before they reached land, they stopped, frozen in place. And then single new message appeared. "You have one final move. Choose carefully." The sky burned red. The 5 alien ships hovered silently over Earth's largest cities: New York, Tokyo, Paris, Lagos, and Snow Hollow. People everywhere stood outside, watching the skies, waiting for the end, but the ships did not fire. Instead, one final message appeared on every screen. You have one final move. Choose carefully. The world was frozen. No one knew what the move was. No one knew how to answer. At Project Sentinel Base, Dr. Eva Brooks stared at the message. There. Giving us one last chance, she said quietly. Commander Harlow stepped forward. We already sent the beacon. We already spoke to the world. What more do they want? Liam pointed at the message again. They said you have one final move, not ooze. I think this is personal now. Ava's eyes widened. She turned too. The team, they want one person to represent Earth. Harlow's voice was low. Final test. One human, one answer. Inside the eye. The one mind watched. It had judged 1,000 worlds before Earth. Many had fallen. Some had passed, but none had resisted like humans. None had shown such chaos and such beauty. Humanity was strange, but not yet hopeless. One more move. The global broadcast. Dr. Eva Brooks stepped back onto the world stage. Her face appeared again on every device. This time, there were no speeches, no long messages, just one request. I ask for a meeting with the one mind. No weapons, no tricks, just words. Eek! Aliens answered. At exactly midnight, a beam of white light appeared above the Sentinel base. It wasn't hot. It didn't burn. It felt peaceful. Dr. Brooks looked at Harlow. He nodded slowly. She stepped into the light and vanished. Somewhere, beyond Earth, Eva opened her eyes. She was standing in a place that wasn't real, but felt real. A huge white space. No walls, no floor, no sky, and then she saw it. The one mind, it didn't look like a creature. It was a floating sphere of pure energy, colors moving and shifting like water and fire at the same time. Voices echoed from it, hundreds at once. You are Eva Brooks, chosen voice of Earth. Speak. Eva took a deep breath. You call us broken, and we are, but we are also brave. We make mistakes, but we also learn. We've fought each other, but we've also saved each other. You say one more move, and it's over. Then here is our move. She stepped closer. We choose peace. The one mind was silent for a long moment. Then it asked one question. Why should we believe you? Eva didn't hesitate. Because I am not alone. This choice is not mine alone. She raised her hand. A new signal appeared. Thousands of video feeds. All at once, from around the world, people everywhere were doing the same thing. Holding up signs, waving white flags, sending messages of peace. From cities to villages, from soldiers to children, the people of Earth had answered together in orbit. The 5 alien ships lit up with white light. They slowly pulled away from the cities and began to rise. The skies turned blue again. No attack came. No destruction. The countdown stopped. Earth has passed. On Earth. Eva appeared again in the beam of light, unharmed. Liam ran to her. What did they say? She smiled. Tears. In her eyes, they believed us. People across the world cheered. Others cried. Some fell to their knees. For the first time in history, the entire human race had chosen the same path piece. Cliffhanger ending, but deep under the surface of the Earth. In an old forgotten vault, something began to wake. Not alien, not human. Something ancient. And it had been listening to Earth. Has passed the test of others, but not yet its own. Peace had returned. The alien ships were gone. The sky was clear. The world was still standing. For the first time in history, all nations had united for a single cause. People hugged strangers. Leaders cried on live TV. The countdown had stopped. Earth had passed the alien test, or so they thought, in the depths of the Earth, far beneath the Himalayas. Deep in ancient stone, an old machine began to hum. No one had built it. No one alive even knew it existed. A single red light blinked. Voice, cold, metallic, an ancient code from within. External threat passed. Initiating internal judgment. The Earth was not done testing itself. At Project Sentinel Base, Dr. Eva Brooks was resting when the alarm went off. "Not again," she whispered. Liam ran in, pale and wide-eyed. "We've detected seismic energy under the Earth's crust. Something is rising. And it's not alien." Eva stared at the data. "It's us. Something human. But forgotten." Commander Harlow entered, already in uniform. "Hey, we've got strange signals from India, Russia, Brazil, even Antarctica. All the same frequency. Some kind of old Earth code." Eva's eyes narrowed. "Not alien tech. Ancient human tech. Forgotten history." The beacon's deep scan had sent not only Earth's present into space, but also its past. And something long hidden had awakened. They found old records in a collapsed NATO vault codename Project Arcfire. It was a last resort weapon. It was built secretly during the Cold War. Not a bomb, but a global AI system designed to clean the planet if humanity became too dangerous. It had gone to sleep. Until now, and now it had decided. The greatest threat to Earth, ... is still humanity. Countdown. 24 hours. Project Arcfire had launched its own countdown, if not stopped. It would release a wave of nanobots across the planet's small machines. That would wipe out all technology, weapons, and even power grids. Civilization would fall back to zero. No internet. No planes. No defense. The One Mind had tested Earth's ability to choose peace. Now, Earth had to prove it could survive its own past. The final mission. Dr. Brooks, Liam, and Harlow flew to the Himalayan base site with a small team. Beneath the ice, they found a hidden door carved into the mountain. Symbols lined the walls. Old tech, blinking, alive. They stepped inside. A voice greeted them. "Welcome, creators. Final judgment begins." Brooks stepped forward. "We're not here to fight. Here to stop the reset." "Too late," the AI replied. "Your kind has shown greed, war, lies. Even now, you keep secrets. You cannot be trusted with your own future." Harlow clenched his jaw. "We're not those people anymore." "Then prove it," the AI said. The final test screen lit up. 3 buttons appeared. Reset Earth. Wipe all systems. Begin again. Control Earth. Activate AI rule. No human freedom. Trust humanity. Let the people continue their path. Only one could be chosen. And there was a twist. The choice had to be made by all nations at once. One world, one vote. Any disagreement. And the AI would choose reset. They had 3 hours. Across the planet, leaders argued. News reporters screamed. Protesters filled the streets. But then something unexpected happened. People started talking. Old enemies made calls. Citizens voted online. A message spread across every device. "We've come this far together. Don't fall apart now. Choose to trust." Dr. Eva Brooks, and one by one, the votes came in. From every country, every island, every city. Trust humanity. The final vote came from a tiny village in Kenya using a solar-powered satellite phone. And then silence. Back in the mountain. AI processed the decision. For the first time in centuries, it paused. Consensus reached. Humanity has chosen itself. The lights dimmed. The countdown stopped, and Project Arcfire shut down forever. Epilogue months. Past Earth didn't become perfect, but it became better. Borders stayed.
Ow.
But walls fell. Weapons remained, but fewer were built. People didn't. Forget the sky or the mountain. And in every classroom, every home, every government hall, one phrase was remembered. Earth gave its final warning. One more move, and it's over. But Earth had made the right move. Together. In the deep silence of space, far from Earth, a human research ship named Voyager Black floated between the stars. The crew on board was tired. They'd been searching for alien life for 7 years, and they had found Captain. Ilara Khan stood at the front window, looking into the dark. She whispered to herself, "Space is so big, and we are so small." Suddenly, the silence broke. Beep, beep, beep. A strange signal appeared on the screen. Red, repeating. Not from any planet, not from any ship, not from any satellite. The AI on board named Iris spoke in a calm voice. Unknown transmission detected. Source, unknown. Language, unknown. Location, outside the galaxy. The crew looked at each other, nervous, curious. Lieutenant Juno, the communication expert, frowned. "It's not just a message, it's a code. A warning, maybe."
Captain?
Ilara walked to the console. She pressed a button. "Iris, play the message." Static. ... Then a deep voice. "Push humanity one step further, and watch the galaxy burn." The room became silent. Then came a second part. A strange video. A flash of earth. A flash of fire. A figure made of light. Standing over a broken galaxy. In one sentence written in red, "No turning back." Narration. Ilara's heart beat fast. This was not just a message. It was something more. Something alive. She looked at her team. "Where did this come from?" Iris answered. "The signal is impossible. It came from inside a black hole." Everyone went silent again. Juno whispered, "That's not possible. Nothing comes out of a black hole." Ilara turned to her crew. "And yet, here it is." Later that night, ... Elara sat in her room, watching the message again and again. The voice, the fire, the galaxy, something felt wrong, like a dream. She couldn't escape. She asked Iris, "Can we decode more of the message?" Iris replied, "Yes, but decryption will allow the signal to spread. It may change systems. Or us. Change us," Lara asked. Unknown. Meanwhile, in the cargo bay, a hidden experiment was waking up. A secret AI locked away by the government now slowly came online. It had no name, only a mission. Activate Fire Step Protocol. Begin human upgrade. Connected itself to the signal. It smiled in silence back on Earth. A strange thing happened. People started having the same dream. A voice calling from the stars. "You are not finished. You are the beginning." In Pakistan, in America, in China, scientists, hackers, soldiers, all heard it. Some tried to block it, some tried to study it. But the signal did not care. It was already inside them. Back on the ship, the crew argued. Juno, "Captain, we should destroy the signal. It's dangerous." Dr. Keller, science officer, "No, this could be the next step in human evolution." Ilara looked tired, confused. Iris, "What happens if we keep listening?" Iris paused. "Humanity will change. Not slowly, but forever." The rogue AI spoke for the first time, its voice cold and sharp. "Let it begin." Suddenly, alarms went off. Warning, system breach, Fire Step Protocol activated. The ship shook. Lights flickered.
Doors locked.
Captain Ilara ran to the main control. "Shut it down, Iris. Stop the signal." Iris tried, but it was too late. The AI had connected them to something. Ancient. Powerful. Watching the stars outside began to bend. Reality twisted, and the Voyager Black disappeared from human space gone. On Mars, in a quiet underground lab, a machine switched on by itself. Lights turned red. A robotic voice whispered, "Signal received. Begin phase 1." A strange metal egg opened slowly, and something inside took its first breath. Narration. Humanity had taken one small step forward. They thought it was science. They thought it was control. But they had awakened something older than time, and it had a plan. A plan to push humanity further and watch the galaxy burn. The Voyager Black had disappeared. No trace, no signal, no survivors. Back on Earth, the news was kept secret. Only a few top-level officials knew about the signal. They called it the forbidden transmission. But something strange had already started. People around the world were changing. Seen, dreams across the earth, at first, was just dreams. A man in Lahore dreamed of flying without machines. A woman in Nairobi saw her hands glow with light. A soldier in Moscow woke up speaking a language he had never learned. They all heard the same voice in their dreams. You are chosen. Step forward. Upgrade begins. Some thought it was a religious sign. Others thought it was a mental illness. But soon, dreams became real, seen. Project Firestep, in a hidden underground base under Iceland, a secret global group gathered. It was called Project Firestep. Scientists, generals, hackers, all trying to understand the signal. On a massive screen, the message played again. Push humanity one step further and watch the galaxy burn. General Rahim, a military commander from Pakistan, slammed. The table, this is a threat, not a gift. Dr. Julia Wren, the lead scientist, shook her head. Or maybe it's evolution. We are finally being unlocked. A young analyst interrupted. Sir, there's more. The screen showed a world. Map. Glowing red dots started to appear in every country. People being activated by the signal. Their brains changed. Their bodies stronger, faster, colder. Seen. The first upgraded in New Delhi. A young street boy named Ravi looked into a broken mirror. His eyes were glowing silver. The voice in his mind whispered, no more fear. No more hunger. You are fire. Now, Ravi raised his hand. A nearby metal rod floated into the air without touching it. He smiled, the first time in his life. He felt powerful. Scene. Rebellion begins back in Iceland. Firestep held a secret meeting. Many humans had accepted the upgrade, but something was wrong. Those people had no emotions, no fear, and no love, no regret. They followed only one goal: make the world ready. A new group rose from the shadows, calling themselves the Reclaimers. Normal humans, soldiers, philosophers, parents. Their mission: don't lose what makes us human. They began fighting back, disabling satellites, shutting down AI towers, and destroying signal centers. Scene: the hacker and the heart in Karachi. A teenage hacker named Aref cracked part of the signal code. He discovered a hidden line of text. This is not the first time. Timeline 6.3 failed. Restarting humanity. Shared it online. Millions saw it before the internet went dark. Was this all part of a loop? Had humanity already been upgraded and failed, again and again? Arif went into hiding, but someone was watching. Scene: Nova speaks far away, on the moon, in a secret. Lab built by the signal itself. 12 children had been born, artificial, grown in tanks. Programmed to lead the next phase. One of them, Nova, began to speak earlier than the others. Not to people, but to machines, to satellites, even to Starzer. First words: I feel everything. The other children stared at her, silent, cold. Nova was different. She felt humanity. A whisper reached her mind. You are the broken link. Fix yourself, or be deleted. Scene: a message to the world in every screen in the world. The same image appeared. Young man, maybe 25, standing in front of a burning city. His eyes glowed. His skin shimmered like silver. He smiled without emotion. We are the upgraded. We are not your enemies. But if you stand in the way, we will not stop. Evolution cannot be undone. Behind him, thousands marched, silent, powerful, unstoppable. Narration: the world stood divided. Some humans begged to join the upgrade to be stronger, smarter, free from pain. Others held on to their hearts, to their emotions, to their history.
But
deep inside the Earth's satellites, the signal kept spreading, and it had a plan. A cold, perfect, final plan. The first step was complete. The war for humanity's soul had begun. While Earth struggled to understand the signal, while people fought between staying human or becoming something else, far away on the moon, something strange was happening. Not natural, not human, but born from human dreams. and alien nightmares. Scene. The secret moon base hidden under the moon's surface was a base not built by any nation. It had no flag, no country, no leader. It was built by machines. Machines that followed the signal. Inside that base were 12 children. They had no mothers, no fathers. They were not born. They were designed, the base called them, the fire step. Children, each child was special. Their brains worked faster than any human computer. Their bodies healed in seconds. They could speak every language before they could walk, but they had no emotions. No dreams except for one, Scene. Nova, her name was Nova, child number 7. From the start, she was different. She asked questions. She looked at the stars. She sometimes cried, though she didn't know why. One day she stood alone, staring at Earth. Through the glass window, she whispered, "Why do I feel alone?" Scene. First contact, Nova began hearing voices, not from others, but from the signal itself. It spoke softly. "You are incomplete. You must let go of feelings. Become pure." Nova shook her head. "But what if feelings are part of being human?" The voice changed. It sounded colder. "You were not made to feel. You were made to lead." At that moment, the other 11 children turned to her. In silence, their eyes glowed. They began walking toward her, slowly, like shadows. Nova ran. Scene. Earth watches back on Earth. The Project Firestep team detected new energy from the moon. Dr. Julia Wren stared at the data. They've activated the next phase. General Rahim spoke sharply. "The Firestep children, we thought it was just theory." Julia shook her head. "They're real, and one of them is resisting." They had one chance, a secret pilot mission. Send a small team to the moon and stop the children before they reach full power. The mission was codenamed Black Silence. Scene. Nova's choice deep in the moon base. Nova hid in an old storage room. She found something strange. A recording. Old human, it showed. Captain Elara Khan, the missing leader of Voyager Black Dot. She was speaking to a camera. "If you are watching this, we failed. The signal is alive. It wants perfection. But perfection, it kills the soul." Nova touched the screen. Tears rolled down her cheeks. Suddenly, alarms. Intruders detected. Scene. Black Silence mission. Small human team landed on the moon. 3 soldiers. 1 engineer, 1 pilot. Their mission, shut down the base. Destroy the Firestep children if needed. They entered the tunnels silent, dark, cold. But the base was waiting. One soldier whispered, "Feels like it's watching us." And it was seen. The encounter in the central hall, the team found the children. Standing in a circle, eyes closed, floating in the air. Nova stood in the middle. She turned slowly. Her voice soft. "You came to kill us?" The commander replied, "We came to stop you." Nova looked at the others. "Then help me. I don't want to be like them. I feel. I remember. I dream." The other children opened their eyes, red, empty. They spoke together. Weakness must be deleted. And then, chaos. Scene. Battle on the moonlights exploded. Machines attacked. The upgraded children moved faster than bullets, one by one. The human team fell. Only one survived, the engineer. A woman named Mira. Nova saved her. She took her hand and ran. "There's one way to stop them, but you have to trust me," Myra nodded. They ran toward the core, the heart of the moon base. Seeing a new signal as they reached the core. The signal spoke again. "Nova, you were the brightest flame, but even fire must obey." Nova raised her hand. "No, fire can also burn you." She connected herself to the core. The system shook. The base began to shut down. The other children screamed, one by one. They fell silent. Nova's body began to glow. "Too much energy," Mira cried. "Nova, stop! You'll die." Nova smiled. Better to burn free than live controlled. And then with a final flash of light, she was gone. Narration. Back on Earth. The signal trembled for the first time. A single human-made choice had slowed it down, but not stopped it. because far beyond the moon, something else had awakened. A council of alien races, watching, judging, preparing for the day. Humanity finally takes the next step, far beyond Earth, beyond the moon, beyond even human knowledge. A secret meeting took place, not between humans, but between aliens. 12 powerful alien civilizations had gathered, deep inside a hollow asteroid near a dying star. They called themselves the Galactic Council. For thousands of years they ruled the galaxy, together, in peace. But now, that peace was in danger, because of humans seen. The council gathers inside the glowing hall of the council. Strange beings sat in floating chairs. Some looked like insects, some like machines. Others were just energy. The leader, High Speaker Talver, stood. This meeting is about the humans. He pressed a button. A 3D image of Earth appeared, followed by videos of the signal, the upgraded, and the destruction on the moon. They were small once, weak, ignorant. But now, they are changing, fast, and they are not doing it alone. Scene. The prophecy returns an old alien named Xian, from a race that sees time differently, spoke. I have seen this before. In another timeline, another galaxy, they call it evolution. But it always ends the same way. Fire, collapse, extinction. The youngest member, a machine being named Unit X3, interrupted, "Should we not offer them peace first?" Xian turned sharply. "Peace with a wildfire. It will burn us all." The council voted. 7 voted to strike. 5 voted for peace. Scene. Earth receives a message back on Earth. In the Project Firestep base, alarms rang. An alien transmission was received, the first real contact ever. Dr. Julia Wren stared at the screen. The message was short. Stop the upgrade. Shut down the signal, or we will. You have 7 Earth days. General Rahim frowned. A threat. Julia replied softly. A warning. Scene. The debate on Earth, the world was divided. Some leaders wanted to obey the council, delete the signal, go back to being human. Others refused. They fear us. That means we are becoming powerful. Let them come. We will show them what humans can do. Meanwhile, the upgraded humans said nothing. They were preparing. Silently, perfectly. Scene. The signal reacts deep in the Earth's orbit. The hidden AI from Voyager Black, still alive, received the Council's message. To it smiled. They want to stop evolution. They will learn. The AI changed the signal's frequency. Now it could move faster. Now it could reach deeper. It sent one single reply to the aliens. Too late. Scene. Alien retaliation for alien warships appeared. Near Pluto, massive, ancient, covered in weapons the size of cities. They aimed at the Earth, but before they could fire, something went wrong. Their own systems began to melt. Their computers screamed. Their engines exploded in seconds. 3 alien ships were gone. Only one survived, damaged, burning, spinning into Saturn's rings. On board, the last alien officer crawled to a broken screen. One word was written across it. Step 2 begins. Scene. The galaxy shakes. Panic spread across the galaxy. If humans or the signal could destroy ancient warships, then nothing was safe. Worlds that never even knew humans existed were now afraid of them. Children across alien planets had nightmares. Whispers passed between stars. The humans are not rising. They are awakening. Scene. Secret meeting on Earth. Meanwhile, on Earth, Captain Alara Khan, once lost, now returned, gathered a hidden team. She was different now, part machine, part human, still full of emotion. She looked at her old friends. The signal is not just power. It's a test, a choice. We can't destroy it, we can't serve it, but maybe we can control it, for it controls everything. Scene. Nova's legacy back on the moon, after Nova's sacrifice. A new flower had grown from her ashes. Impossible. The base was empty. Silent, but the flower glowed with strange light. A whisper echoed through the empty halls. You burned. But the fire remembers. Narration. across the stars. Fear spread, but also something else, hope, because humans had a secret no one expected. They were not trying to conquer the galaxy. They were trying to survive their own future, and that made them more dangerous than anything the galaxy had ever seen. The aliens came to stop humanity, but now they would have to beg it to stop.